All right, let's talk about volume. Quick lesson. So let's look at Tesla. Market opens at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, New York session. So if you look at this first candle at 9:30 and you see this shadow that's going above it, overcast, and this is a volume. Each one of these sticks are volume. Now, if I move it over, you see some volume is higher than others. See that? So what's the reason? So in a nutshell, the higher the volume, the more conviction that the move is going that way. So you can believe that the move is actually going in that way. So if you see a green candlestick with a big volume stick under it, you could say, okay, that's an actual move to the upside. If you see red candlestick that's coming down with a big volume display, you could say, okay, that's the actual move down. Now, if you see volume that is kind of small, then you could just look at that as like a pullback probably. So just say if you got consecutive large volumes and then the volume start getting smaller and smaller, either the position is changing. So just say if you're on calls and you just got a lot of green candlesticks in this high volume, and then the volume started getting low, but it's still green candlestick, so that would indicate that it's probably getting weaker. Now, if you got green candlesticks and you got long volume display, and then all of a sudden you get red candlestick with small volume display, then most likely the red candlesticks is probably not going to hold. Now, if you got green candlesticks with a lot of volume, then all of you start getting red candlestick with a lot of volume. So then the red candlestick might be actual a thing, you might look at that for. It might actually about to be going, turn on red, excuse me. So let's see. So if you have a chart, right, and you have candlesticks, something like that. Right? Okay, let's get some green candlesticks in here. Red. Now, let's get some volume. Okay. So just say you got volume stick, volume stick. So long volume stick. So that would say, okay, that's actual move. So now just say under the green, you get small volume sticks. Right? Let's see. Then you get another. So if you see this, pretty much this is like the green is just kind of a pullback, almost like a bear flag. Like it's coming down, then it's going up, consolidating a bit, then it comes down. So if you look at it, it's almost like so. This would be kind of considered a pullback. So volume, just think about volume. You turning up volume on a radio. When you turn up the volume, it's getting louder. It's getting more profound. So when you have a lot of volume, it's more profound. So if you got red candlesticks and there's a lot of volume, so you can say, oh, for sure, to the downside. Then if you get green candlesticks and the volume is like low compared to the red, so you got to question that because it could just be a pullback. Now, let's say this was the case. Say this was the case. Now, you could probably look at this green candle as like, oh, we might have a reversal. This is probably back to the upside. And so not only do you see big volume, is you turning up the volume, is you making it more profound, excuse me. But then break a structure. So all this stuff will go hand to hand. But just in a nutshell, high volume equals conviction to, the candlestick or whatever side that is, that is supposed to be showing. Low volume can be you can look at it, but it could be a maybe not. So one more thing. So when you're dealing with options and stuff, contracts, you say you go get the 211 contract, pay 211 for the 455 call. Now you're going to see open interest and volume. And so if y'all check my last video I recently posted, talked about volume and open interest, so you can get more details on what that is. But just look at the volume on here. And this is the volume dealing with contracts, so just think about the whole stock market. And for this particular call option, the 455 strike price, you got these open entries, you got these orders that still haven't been closed. And then for the volume, you got the traded volume for the day in this particular option contract. So if you're trying to figure out what you want to get, you're looking at the different volume. They got different volume and different open entrance. See that? Now we go further into the week, the volume of open interest might be lower. Look at that. 383. 274. We come to the 23rd. 35,621. But anyway, we ain't gotta make this video too long. We're gonna leave it at that.